What's up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my special guest, an NFL draft prospect for 2025 from the University of Davenport, safety Cam Grodhaus. Is that how you pronounce it, Grodhaus?
Yes, sir. Yep, Grodhaus.
Oh, yeah. How's it going, bro? I didn't want to butcher it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you got it right. That's awesome. It's going
Yeah.
good.
It's just the house kind of sounds the way how they pronounce it a little differently. Yeah. But yeah, it's got to be pretty cool to play at a small college, man. But tell people who you are, man.
I'm Cam Grodhaus, like you said. I actually was a 1-year transfer at Davenport for my grad year, and I'm from Ohio. I got my degree from Lake Erie College in political science, and right now I'm working on my MBA at Davenport. So I'll have that done in June. My master's of business administration. Just a football junkie, man. I'm happy to be here.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm excited to bring in some good football players, man. Especially you coming from a small school, so it's got to be exciting for your journey, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it definitely means a lot more coming from this level, and just keeps you hungry.
For sure. What got you into football in the early age, man?
So I had an older brother and older cousin who played. So before I could even, walk or run around, I was going to their football games and watching them. So it was always something that I wanted to do. My dad was a big sports guy, so he had us in everything from the time we could run and walk. So really just watching those guys out on the field, I just was eager to get out there as soon as I seen it happen for the first time.
So it had to be some friends and family influence, huh?
Yep, definitely the family influence for sure.
Yeah, had to be nice just to do something like that, even street ball and other stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was a huge backyard football player too in the neighborhood.
So what other position did you play before you played safety when you first played football?
I was actually in Little League. I started off playing running back, and then I did some quarterback, played receiver in high school. I was actually a mainly offensive player when I was in high school, and then as soon as I got to college, I was playing both ways in our practices, our first couple practices, and then saw an opportunity to get on the field a little faster at safety and just ran with it and stuck to safety ever since. So,
okay.
It really, before safety, it was just receiver. That was my biggest focus coming out of high school.
Okay, and that at least you had those skills at offense. So doesn't it kind of give you more of the advantage when you play safety? You kind of get the quarterback and the receiver's tendency.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing that it helps with is just identifying route concepts. Once you know the route tree and you're familiar with certain concepts, as soon as you see like a inside receiver or hitting the out route, something's coming back into you playing safety or it's going deep. So there's really only a few concepts. Everybody runs a lot of the same stuff, and it's easier to identify once you have that offensive mindset. Plus, playing the ball in the air helps coming from being a receiver as well.
Yeah, for sure. So from playing at college, who do you model yourself after?
I always say that I most tried to emulate Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, when he was at LSU. Just his knack for the football and how he always was creating havoc. That was the biggest thing that I wanted to try to do out there on the field every Saturday.
He was like a hybrid player, played at the high level. So yeah, that's a good player to look up to. So what are your favorite things about playing for Davenport University football?
Really just the culture and the guys here. When I hit the transfer portal last November, the biggest thing for me was just coming to a place that I could come in and compete right away and have the opportunity to play at the highest stage. And at the D2 level, a lot of people say the GLIAC is the highest conference that you can play in. So going against teams like Ferris State, who won the national championship, Grand Valley, and like teams like Saginaw, it was awesome to put my abilities on display going against teams like that every week.
So it got you ready for the next level, huh?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so this was like your breakout season from 2024. You played 12 games. You had 96 total tackles, 3 picks, and 8 pass breakups and 1 fumble. So that must have been your season high, huh?
Yeah, actually, I beat my sophomore year. I had 91 tackles, so I got a career best this year, and it was definitely a great.
Okay. So have you met with any of the football teams or no?
Are you talking about like at the pro level?
Yeah, pro level.
Yeah. So recently, I've had coaches from the Colts, the Lions, and the Patriots reach out to my coaches here at Davenport, just showing interest. I had to send some game film. They asked for my three best games to evaluate the whole film. They weren't fans of the highlights. They want to get in depth and see every play.
So 3 teams have got some interest. Okay, at least it's something. I mean, Patriots have a good history of getting these small college guys. They always tend to develop some of these guys.
Yeah, the guy that I always think about with the Patriots was Kyle Duggar. He came out of a D2 program and he stuck with them. He's been there for probably at least 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, he's been an exceptional good player. So, yeah, they got a good track record with it. So, let's say you end up going to New England and you want to pick the brains with Kyle Duggar. What would you want to learn from this guy?
Really, the biggest thing would be tendencies that he's picking up from guys in the league that we're going to be playing against. Like divisional opponents, you go against them twice a year. I know that he's going to have a lot of those tendencies broke down. So, really, just picking his brain and trying to make that transition as smooth as possible so I can find my way to stick around in the league would be the biggest thing, because it is hard to stick, and I think getting around guys that have been there the longest and know the process is the most important thing to me right away.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just have the longevity and how to react to these type of stuff and all that, because it's a little faster than the college level. So you kind of get that kind of concept of what they do. What was your best career game at Davenport and why?
So on senior night, actually, I had 20. I had the most tackles in a game this season at any level of tackle. I got D2 National Player of the Week that week, and it was a really special night. My whole family got to come up to that game. They made the 6-hour trip up here, and I broke our school record in tackles. So that was a great game for me.
So you had the most tackles and you broke that record. Okay, that's got to be good. So you must be a tackling machine.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was put in a great position by our coaches that game. The team that we were playing, they ran the triple option, so I think they ended up running the ball 96 times, and I was playing kind of a almost linebacker position. I was about 8 yards deep, playing safety, and I was a free hitter every play.
Okay. So do NFL teams see you more of a safety, or they're trying to move you up to linebacker?
Yeah, I think I'm being viewed as a safety for sure. I think that game more so just showed my versatility, that I can come up in the box and make plays. Because, I mean, going from playing cover 3 deep hot, like a deep safety, deep third, to coming down the box is a big transition. And I just wanted to, I was able to put both of those on film this year. And I think that's going to stand out for me too. Just the versatility, being able to play deep and come up and play in the run.
Yeah, I think that's what teams will probably look more into, because you're about 6'1", at least almost 220. So they would some NFL players today, they want one of those 220 linebackers that are very athletic and cover stuff. But if they see you more as a safety, then that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me during this pro day process was just trying to be as fast as possible. So right now I'm sitting at 202 and kind of leaning out, trying to get that 40 time as low as it can go.
Okay, so you're at 202 pounds. Okay, so you're trying to just be at that natural position. So they see you more as a safety. Okay.
Yep.
So which defensive scheme fits you, and what defense did you guys play at Davenport?
So here we played a 4-2-5. We had a rover, so we had a hybrid player, kind of up towards the line of scrimmage, playing that slot, maybe guard some slots once in a while. So the 4-2-5, I would say, is my best defense to play in. It suits me the best, just because I feel like I could play all 3 of those safety positions on the field, and it gives me a chance to move around a little bit. But I like base cover 6 defenses, just because all the tags that come with it and all the responsibility that gives safeties in the defense. I like to take on a large leadership role out there.
Okay, that's good. That's a good way to put it because you seem more than capable to play those spots.
Yep.
So why should NFL teams draft you, man?
I think NFL teams should draft me because of my relentless efforts to the ball as well as my IQ for the game. I think because during my college career, I had 5 defensive coordinators and I was able to pick up 5 different playbooks. So I think that'll be a really great transition, smooth transition for me coming into the NFL, trying to learn that playbook during rookie minicamp as fast as possible so I can be flying around out on the field. I think my game speed is good, and I think that'll translate as well to the NFL level. So, and just versatility too. Like I said about the 3 safety positions, I think NFL teams will be able to plug me in multiple spots, as well as my willingness to play special teams too right away.
Oh, that's a huge plus. So The fact that you had to play through 5 different defensive coordinators throughout your career, man, you had to adapt with these type of stuff. So that's kind of something that teams like to look at. Like, how can you handle the adversity with changes of everything? So,
yep.
And then you're able to play other spots at safety and other spots, and then you got game speed that can translate well. So that can make a lot of difference. Let me look at another one. Who was the toughest offensive player, whether it's a tight end or a receiver, running back, that you faced as a rival offensive player that you would like to talk the most trash with, or they talk the most trash that you dealt with as your opponent?
As far as trash talking goes, I don't have a specific player that stands out to me. I tried not to engage in that too much when I was out there, but obviously, it gets a little in between times. I would say I got the opportunity to play against the guy who he's actually the back-to-back Harlan Hill winner these past 2 years. I think his first name's Zach. He played for Central Missouri quarterback. He was a great player, and it was great to compete against him at the highest level. It was actually a really great game too here at Davenport.
Okay, so he's an interesting opponent. So why did you choose number 7?
So I was number 6 at my last school the last year I was there, and I did want number 6 when I was coming here, but somebody actually had it, and then I took my commitment pictures in number 7. I don't even know why at the time, and one of my coaches here commented actually on the post because somebody said that they like seeing me better in 6, and he said, sometimes to level up, you just got to add 1 to that. So it was kind of the thing that I stuck with. I was just leveling up. So number 7 was actually a really good fit for me. And flashing back to my little league, that was the first football number I ever had. So that was sweet to, finish off my college career wearing the same number I started with.
Oh, that's good, man. You got a lot of good numbers with 7. You got Michael Vick and all those other guys.
Yes, sir. Tyrann Mathieu at LSU.
Tyrann Mathieu, and then you have Kaepernick also, and then you have another guy. There's a bunch of 7s, a lot of them.
Yep. A lot of
let's see. Do you have a football nickname?
I Captain Cam. I was a captain this year on my team at Davenport. Guys at Lake Erie Grind House. That was my 2 football nicknames, I think.
Oh, that's a good name. Captain Cam, because you're the leader of the defense?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay, so what are you outside of football as a person?
I feel like I'm just a, God-fearing son, brother, and just a great friend, reliable. And outside of football, my career path that I want to get into when I'm done is either something like in the business world, dealing with sales or multifamily real estate, and then or maybe taking the route going back to school and going into law school. I like to consider myself intelligent, so try to challenge myself as much as possible.
Get yourself ahead of yourself, get ahead of the plans in case something doesn't work out, but you have a bright future ahead of yourself. I guess we didn't bring up the sports and music hobbies and all the other stuff right there, so other interests outside of football.
Yeah, I like basketball in high school, so I was pretty good at basketball. I like doing that. I try to hoop as much as I can.
Okay, that's good. Basketball is something fun. You can't go wrong with it. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun when you play with these guys with one-on-one and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Music and food artists.
As far as music goes, I'm a big Drake guy, as controversial as that might be. You'll find him on my Instagram a lot, in my captions and stuff like that.
Nah,
Uh,
I like Drake. He's got good music.
yeah, that, and then I like some country music too. I like Luke Combs, Riley Green, guys like that when I'm just relaxing. But working out, I stay more in like hip hop, rap stuff.
Yeah, it keeps you pumped up a little, huh?
Yeah, get a little more fast paced tunes going. And then food. Uh, I'm a huge like chicken breast. I like steak and stuff. Just high protein foods. Right now I'm on a ground turkey kick. I've been making that a lot the last few weeks during this training regimen.
Yeah, it's got to be the most challenging part, especially on the dieting part, because they're trying to get these athletes in better shape going into the pros. So, what got you? What's the preparation for your dieting going into the NFL? Like, what are they telling you what you can eat and not eat?
Yeah, so for me, my nutritionist, he had us on we gave him our goal body fat percentage, and he kind of fixed up how much protein we should be intaking. And I think my weight at the time, I was like 205, and I told him I wanted to be around 10%. So I was hitting around 188 grams of protein a day. And that really opened my eyes to how detailed you can get on the nutritional side of things, especially when you want to become such a elite athlete and play in a level such as the NFL. So it was a huge transition during this period of just eating right and seeing what changes that can do to your body, and how much better you perform in the weight room and out on the field when you're eating the right things.
Yeah, it helps you with your body, like all that stuff. And some people just have to cut down sodas and other stuff. You got
Yeah,
to cut up on some of those fast food stuff because some of those athletes they want to be able to be in good shape.
yeah, definitely. I've stayed away. I actually stayed away from fast food this whole year so far. So feeling
Speaking of fast food, what is your go-to fast food that you just got to get, even though you're taking a break from it?
uh definitely Chipotle. Is that considered fast food?
It is. It's kind of like one of those like fast food chains.
Definitely Chipotle, or like a Taco Bell guy for sure.
Taco Bell. Okay, we're on to something there.
Oh,
Yeah,
great snack for sure.
yeah. So do you have like a touchdown or interception celebration dance or no?
Uh, I do. I mean, I feel like if I was in the end zone scoring, I'd probably be screaming or something, trying to dunk the ball in the field goal post or something like that. Maybe hit the gritty. Who knows?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, yeah, dude. It looks like we all got a bunch of different kind of incitements and all that stuff. So let's do one of these interesting questions where you get to like prepare for something like unexpected for some of these guys. Okay, let's say for a teammate perspective, a teammate of yours, you guys are going into the third quarter or something, and this guy is just walking out on you guys and not giving you an explanation and just quits on y'all and doesn't even give you an explanation at all. Like he's complaining about his role, and even when they ask him to go out there, he refuses to go onto the field and just walks out on the team and doesn't even care. How would you guys react with the circumstances?
I think me personally, I would definitely approach him individually and try to see where his head's at and try to get him to calm down before he's talking. Like, because in the heat of the moment, you're mad. A lot of stuff will come out of your mouth that you don't mean sometimes. So just kind of single him off individually, talk to him myself, and just see where he's at. Try to get him to convince him to stay, convince him to do what the coaches are asking. And eventually, if it comes to the point where he's made his mind up and he's walking off the field, I would just try to, level everybody else's head and get everybody focused back on the game.
Okay, that's a good answer right there. So let's say an incident with the team. There's like a sideline with teammates. They're not on the same page. They're getting way out of hand. they're just getting into an altercation where they're not on the same page. How would you deal with that situation?
Altercations on the sideline. I've definitely been in a few just like out of frustration stuff, but I would say the biggest thing for that too is just try to separate the culprits and hear both sides of the story, and then come to an agreement on the sideline before you walk back out on the field. Because at the end of the day, everybody's on. If you're on that sideline, you're on the same team, and we have a goal. We have to win this game that's ahead of us, or that we're in right at the moment. So the most important thing is that, and just trying to get everybody back at that same, mentality. Like, let's go win a football game.
Oh yeah, I like that attitude. So, okay, so you guys go into halftime. You're down by maybe a touchdown or two. What would be your best speech for this team to come back from this game and win this ball game?
Really just go back to the preparation that we do, like throughout the week, throughout the whole entire season, summer, off season. I would just try to remind everybody that remind everybody of their why. Why are they here? What is their reason for playing football in the first place? And, just trying to remind everybody that we didn't work this hard or come this far just to come this far and be down 2 touchdowns. So we got a lot to overcome, but I would also say if they can come and get up 2 touchdowns on us at half, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to come back from 2 touchdowns in the second half. It's a whole new game.
I like that kind of speech right there. Definitely. If you could intercept any other quarterback in the NFL, past or present, who would it be?
I think the MVP this year was Josh Allen. So I think coming in as a rookie, if I was able to pick off one of his passes, that would mean a lot to me for sure.
Oh yeah, Josh Allen's a good choice. He happens to be like 45 minutes from my city, so he's like one of them small town guys. Made the dream, man. He played at Wyoming, man. This guy's living the dream.
One of my trainers actually that I'm working with right now was on his strength staff at Wyoming.
Oh, that's cool, man. Like, I just knew the guy because I was working at Fireball for a little bit at the school district. But one thing about this kid was he just has that determination, and he's already the NFL MVP, and he's already married an actress. What's there not to like?
Yeah.
This man's living the dream. I mean, let's see. Do you have a favorite NFL team growing up that you would love to play for, or it doesn't matter what team you play in general?
It for sure doesn't matter. I think the opportunity would be a blessing no matter where I went, any of the 32 teams. But I definitely had a favorite team growing up from Ohio, so I always liked the Browns. My dad's a huge Browns fan. My mom's a huge Browns fan. So I'd say that was definitely my favorite team growing up, watching them. Had a little bit of success, but I think we're back trying to know right now.
It'd be kind of nice for you to go out there and play for the Cleveland Browns. Then that would be your dream come true.
Yeah, definitely. And it put me in a great position to where my family wouldn't be too far away. They'd be able to catch some games. I always, didn't root for the Steelers, but that's also like 45 minutes away from my house. So if I ended up there, I would have no problems putting on the black and gold either.
Oh, you wouldn't have no problem wearing the Bengals also?
Nah, I think I could do it, man. I think just living out the dream of playing the NFL is really
amazing. A dream, bro. It just has to be a dream. Like, it doesn't matter if you're with the Browns, which is a plus for you, the Steelers, that would be like whatever to you, or even the Ravens.
Ooh. Yeah, it don't matter. I would be happy to go and try to make a team better.
Okay, that's all good, bro. That's a good attitude. I mean, I like your honesty. Like, hey, everybody has their dreams of favorite teams, or some people prefer players, but there's different ways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like this question right here. If you can have a meal with one celebrity, alive or dead, who would it be?
Man, I'm a huge movie guy, so my favorite actor is Adam Sandler. I think that would be my one celebrity for sure. I'd like to go have a dinner with.
Oh yeah, Adam Sandler, man, this guy's something interesting. Like, I mean, he hasn't been funny since the early 2000s, but still, he's still a good actor.
Yeah. Yep.
How do you tune out crowd noise as an away team?
Noise. I think really people always ask me if I can hear them when I'm on the field, them yelling from the sidelines, and I've never really had a problem tuning people out. Usually I don't even hear anything when I'm on the field except for, just that noise and communicating with my teammates. But I think the biggest thing, like I said earlier, just keeping the main thing, and just being focused out there. Once you start to teeter away from the game, a lot of things can go bad. You can miss assignments or, just get your head completely out of the game. So really just staying focused and keeping the main thing the main thing.
Oh, for sure. Well, you did say you originally went to Lake Erie before, right?
Yes, sir.
But I'm pretty sure you've been to the lake, so I guess according to him, be careful. Lake Eric Monster, you know about, right? That is the minor hockey team is named after us, or as you know. Is that true?
The Lake Erie Monsters.
Yeah, the Lake Erie Monsters, whatever they are.
I not know. I'm not familiar. That might be a Pennsylvania thing or something. I'm not sure.
Must be like Pennsylvania because you said. I mean, you would be in Ohio, so you would probably be more familiar with it. But
yeah, Lake Erie. There's actually a Lake Erie, PA. So maybe the hockey team's in PA.
Oh, so that's what he meant. Yes, the Lake Erie Monster. So it must be in Pennsylvania. You're right. So, yeah. Do you know the college song of Davenport or nah?
Show us that you care. I do not know. That is one thing that we talked about during the season too. Like at my last school, we had a that called alma mater, and we wanted to sing that after games. And when we got towards the end of the season here this year, we were like, I wonder what our alma mater is. Like, we should be singing that after the game, But I never even figured out what it was.
Oh, Grodhaus, do you have the type music, man? I know you can find the music, Grodhaus. You can help this man. He wants to figure out what the song is.
That was definitely something that we thought about for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure Grodhaus will partake a few minutes of his time and go look for that little script, and then he'll give you something. And you can do a little bit of that. I guess they don't have one. I guess. Oof, bummer. But you said it's probably not like one of those type of songs, though. Well, let's see. Has any other NFL players reached out to you about prepare at this stage and lead up to the draft? Any players from the past or who may be in the NFL?
Yeah, actually, so at my training facility that we're working at right now, we had Marcus Bernard. He actually played for the Browns for a little while. He came out of a small school. He went to Jackson, and he came and talked to us a little bit, and then I have two people actually from my area that one made it to the league, ended up winning the Super Bowl, and one made a practice squad.
Okay.
Reached out to them too.
Okay, that's good, man. At least they reached out to you and all that. Like you even said one of them's got a Super Bowl, the other one's on the practice squad, and then the guy that played for the Cleveland Browns. At least they're giving you some knowledge and all that stuff. Okay, I guess we got a couple more questions. How does this moment feel? Does it feel surreal or business as usual?
I think I definitely find myself a lot of times just looking at it for what it is as business as usual, like he put it. But there's also times where I take a step back and definitely realize that I'm in a position that I used to pray about all the time. So just not taking this situation that I'm in right now for granted. It's definitely been a huge thing during this process. But when it comes down to it, it's definitely business for sure. And just getting the job done is always the main goal.
So when did you knew that at this moment that you would say, I can make it to the NFL one day?
I think kind of early on in my college career, I had my head coach at the time. He told me in my exit meeting after my freshman year, he's like, "Man, what do you want to do with football? Like, how far do you want to take this?" And I told him at the time, kind of a dream for real was, to keep playing and play at the next level. And he told me that I could do it and that he believes that I have the ability to play at the next level. So ever since that day, I really, really saw it in a light that I could make it reality. So I started chasing it even more than I already was at that point, and I think it really, really helped me be better as a football player every year.
Well, that's a good way to put it. At least your coaches encourage you and all that. So, what makes you stand out from the rest of the prospects at your position?
I think that goes back to playing receiver in high school. I actually had 1,000 yards receiving my junior year in a wing T offense, which is kind of unbelievable. But I think that my ball skills, just taking the ball out of the air when the ball's in the air, being a receiver and going up and getting it over top of guys that are getting paid millions of dollars to catch the ball, it's going to be a thing that'll help me stand out. But other than that, just a knack for the ball as well, punching the ball out, stripping people. I think that's my biggest difference between a lot of the guys at my position. Some guys are playing DB because people tell them they can't catch. So I think my ball skills are definitely what separates me.
Well, if you played receiver, you would have that natural ability to get the interception. So
yeah, it's like they're throwing it to me sometimes, you know.
And it feels like a natural. So yeah, let's do some rapid fire questions, then we can go from here. So, favorite dinosaur?
T-Rex.
T-Rex. Okay. Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Coca-Cola.
Okay. Let's see. Trying to think. Okay. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's for sure.
Okay. KFC or Popeyes?
KFC.
Okay. I like those kind of answers going right there. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. But I guess I got a couple. Oh, for cars, I don't know what kind of cars you would go for, but I guess Ford or Chevy.
Man, I gotta go. I drive a Ford, so I gotta go Ford.
They're durable. They're pretty good. So
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so we got a couple more questions here, or pretty much we can just do a couple more and then we're done from here. So let's put it this way, man. You are definitely living out your dreams. So what would be the best advice for these future students? Why should they go to Davenport?
I think just the exposure that you're going to receive here is a huge thing. I know on my visit, what was emphasized to me was that a lot of NFL scouts are going to be popping out at your practices every week and attending games, like especially the big games. Like this year, we played 3 top 10 teams in the country, so you're always on a national stage at D2, and then just having those scouts at practice every week is just really eye-opening to let you know that you can make it from anywhere. Because if you got the talent, they're going to come find you for sure. And I think Davenport just puts that on display. I was very satisfied with my decision coming here at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. Definitely something with opportunities present itself.
Yeah.
So taking all those years of your college, what can you take into going into the NFL that you need to improve on the most?
Improve on the most. I would say maybe my press coverage in the slot. I think I could definitely, keep improving on that. But really, once you get into the NFL, I think there's not one thing that you can improve on. So really just refining all of my game, all the aspects of my game is a huge goal for me. I don't want to be stagnant at anything, and I want to keep getting better at everything that I already have in my toolbox. But if I had to improve one thing right away that I've actually been working on during this pre-draft process is that press game in the slot.
Okay, so that's something you can definitely work on. So, yeah, man, definitely appreciate your time, bro. And I know it's a pretty long journey for you, man. The process and everything, man, it's becoming something it goes from dreaming something to the reality, man. So it's got to be a lot of fun. So whatever happens on your NFL journey, I'm definitely rooting for you to succeed to the next level, man. So whether it's in San Francisco or any other 31 teams, bro, just make the most of your opportunities, what I would say.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, man. It was a lot of fun talking with you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And before we end this, tell everybody where they can find your social media platform.
So on Instagram and Twitter, I'm just Cam Grod, CAMGROD. That's me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everybody else, go check them out. Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun, and I'm definitely pulling for you, man. So we'll definitely keep in touch for any other future updates. But anybody else, check out Cam Grodhaus from Davenport University, a sleeper, a safety, a guy who could do everything, a versatile, a special teamers guy. He's your do-it-all kind of guy. I guess you could say the jack of all trades, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the words, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. And thank you for your time. And for everybody else, thank you guys for tuning in. And